A major reform of pensions and benefits is coming before Tynwald. Changes include raising the pension age and introducing a benefits cap. Treasury Minister Eddie Teare, these proposed measures have been in the public domain for some months now, and there's been a public consultation. Have you made any changes as the result of that consultation?
Yes, we have, because originally there was forecast that we would have to or we'd be able to reduce the national insurance contributions payable, but we've decided no, that we wouldn't do that. We'd leave the national health insurance contributions as they stand. There was also comment and feedback too about the reciprocal agreement with the UK, which, yes, it is vitally important that we maintain the free movement of individuals to work between the Isle of Man and the UK, so we've taken that on board too. So really, this hasn't been something that we came out set in stone. We have adjusted it, fine-tuned it to meet the feedback from the public.
And which were the measures that the public supported?
Well, I was very pleased that they strongly supported change, because they appreciate that doing nothing is not an option. And what I'd like to do is to look you and your generation in the eyes and just say, yes, there will be something for you when your turn to retire comes, because I still feel that we owe it as a duty to the next generation to act responsibly. Expediently, yes, we could just blindly follow the UK, but bearing in mind that our demographic profile is different from the UK, and additionally our economy is different from the UK, we need to fashion something over which we have control, and at the moment we have precious little control.
And as you say, you've said this is not about the next it's about the next generation, sorry, not the next general election. So these are unpopular or difficult measures to take.
They're not going to be easy to take. People have tended to focus on pensions, but what I would say is that anybody who's in receipt of a pension now, if we act reasonably expeditiously, there'll be no change. But what we need to do too is to have a look on the benefit system. The benefit system is very cumbersome, very difficult to understand. So what we need to do is to deliver something which is easy to understand, easy to administer, and once again is not a disincentive for people to go into the workplace. I want to make sure that we take away the cliff edges that we have at the moment, whereby somebody gets a benefit if they're below a certain level of income, and if they're £1 over that, sorry, you don't get anything. So we need a gradual transition between the two. So I think really that by being fairer, we will encourage people to engage in the workplace, because it's better for their health as well, and it's better for society as a whole.
And how has this been received by members of Tynwald? You've given them a briefing, haven't you?
I've given them a briefing. It's fair to say that there was quite robust questioning, and that's understandable. But what we're trying to do is we're coming forward with the overarching principles, and as we move forward, we're putting, as it were, the meat on the bones. Now, we didn't want to waste time and waste money in going forward to the next stage unless we had agreement to those underlying principles.
Now, that brings me on to my next question. Will this be voted on as a single package of measures at Tynwald sitting? There are members who have issues with parts of this, but you'll vote. It's a single entity, isn't it? You can't vote on the individual parts of it.
Well, I'm going to propose that it's taken as a whole for a vote, but there's nothing to stop a Tynwald member having an opposing view and putting that to the floor of the House as well. But it's almost like a table. If you take one leg off a table, the table's going to fall over. What we need here is all four legs here, so that we can actually deliver it as a whole. This isn't something that you can pick and choose. The only thing which would stand on its own would be the workplace pensions. Everything else is interlinked.
Now, if you get the support that you need, how long will these measures take to implement? Say you get your support this month, what do you do next?
Well, the next thing is we'd work up the proposals, fine-tune them, and then come back to Tynwald. That's likely to be anything up to a year from where we stand. But I don't want to rush it, but I do need to get at least the principles adopted, the work started, and then hopefully to get Tynwald to agree before the next election on the way forward, so then that at least gives the next administration something to get their teeth into.